New friends, new opportunities, new partners. EG Tax.
Hi, I'm Esther Gulias, the tax lady from EG Tax, and we're here every week to answer your questions. We're so lucky because we have our roving reporter, Dominic Taverna, out and about Western New York, and having people answer, and I answer, they ask the tax questions. And we have Christopher Fabian, Tiffany Fabian, who are going to help us. And of course, EG Tax has 33 area offices to serve you. We also are in Florida and Arizona, and of course our website is available for you to ask tax questions. We have all kinds of stuff on that website.
And then also at WDCX, you can listen to our show on Saturdays from 3 to 4, and you can WBEN, where we advertise on WDCX,
but we're on BEN,
right? And so you can ask a tax question on Ask the Tax Lady from 3 to 4 on Saturdays, and that's a great opportunity to call in.
But it helps if you call BEN, because that's where they're 3 to 4, and you can be a live guest right on air. The cool thing is, we're helping you, and what's so complicated this year is we're doing 2017, which wraps up the middle of April, while we're phasing in 2018. And there's a lot of changes. I know a lot of people know that the standard deduction has doubled if you're married filing joint to $24,000 and a little over $12,000 if you're single. The truth of the matter is it isn't that good of a thing because they now have eliminated the personal exemption. So it's true that you got a double standard deduction, but they took away the personal exemption. So you know it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and that's part of what EG Tax wants to do, is we want to make it so that you know, and when you're at a dinner party, you're the smartest person in the world. Say, oh no, I asked the tax lady, and I know that that's not true, because we want to help you with we want to help you with your taxes.
We help people all over the world.
Yeah,
we do. We have people in Taiwan, in China, people who live in Canada, Germany, Florida, California, South Carolina,
California's still here. Oh yeah, that's right.
But Australia, I mean, we know a lot of different things. We want to help people. If this information may not pertain to you, but it may pertain to someone in your family.
Or your family, or at a dinner party, say, oh, I know the answer. So because when you listen to Ask the Tax Lady, we make you the smartest person in the block. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to be back with your questions on the other side.
I'm attorney Dennis Kitchen. Now is a good time to look at your finances and your debts. How much debt do you have right now? If you don't know, or if you don't want to know, it may be too much. Isn't it time that you talk to an attorney about a fresh start? I've been helping many people in debt over the years, and I don't charge for an initial consultation about debts. Call for a free consultation. I'm Dennis Kitchen, and I'd like to help.
Hi, this is Tiffany Fabian, and let me tell you how great it is to have an insurance agent like Nationwide's Ryan Ferraro. Ryan's 17 plus years of experience saved me money on my premium and potential claims. Have an insurance question, problem, or crisis? Ryan will work with you personally without calling an overseas customer service number. All I can say is whenever I need someone on my side, I'm glad to have Nationwide's Ryan Ferraro. For all your insurance needs, call Ryan Ferraro at 688-2199. Again, 688-2199.
Wagner Mechanical Air is a multi-service company. We're a commercial refrigeration and HVAC company. We service and install residential and commercial heating and cooling systems. We service and install for restaurants and hotels walk-in freezers, coolers, ice machines, prep tables, and beer wine coolers, just to name a few. Ice Machine Lease is now available as well. Includes all service calls and cleanings of ice machines. If interested in Ice Machine Lease or our other services, please call our offices today.
At Neutrino Auto, we have what your car needs. We provide car care and maintenance service like no other. All of our service technicians are ASC certified, so you know your car is in excellent hands. Parts, parts, parts! And yes, did we mention we have more parts? And we even service and have parts for tractors. Cars, we sell them too. Here at Neutrino Auto, we have everything that you need to hit the pavement today. Call us today. Neutrino Auto, quality service since 1927.
I'm Esther Gulias, the tax lady from EG Tax, and we're here to give you the very best tax help. And I will tell you right now, we got our roving reporter, Dominic Taverna, out and about. And Dominic, what's our next question?
Hey Esther, it's Dominic again, and I'm here with
Blake,
Blake. What do you want to ask Esther?
why should I take my IRA money? I don't need it.
What do you think, Esther? Does he need it?
Okay. So,
wonder if
unfortunately, you know, the IRS has been waiting a long time if you're over the age of 70 and a half for you to start taking money out because they get to tax you. And so this is called a required minimum distribution. Even if you don't need it, they want it because they have waited for what they would consider most of your lifetime while you've been deducting and letting your money grow tax deferred. Now it's time to pay the piper. And even though you don't need it, what happens is the penalty if you for failure to take your RMD can be astronomical. What is it?
50% of what your required minimum distribution
So if
was
you're supposed to
be.
take out 10, your penalty is $5,000.
That's
So you
cray.
want to make sure, even though you don't need the money, to take the money and take that distribution so you don't have the penalty. Now, after you have that money out, you can do
Whatever you want.
a
with
lot
it.
of you can put it into investments, let it grow back.
Right.
There are a lot of people waiting for 70 and a half to start taking their RMD, and maybe they should do it ahead of time.
Yeah.
Right,
Right?
I was
Yep,
just gonna
that's
say,
what I was
maybe right now they're living off their savings till they hit their min because they've rolled over their pension to the IRA, so they have their Social Security and some savings. Well, if you're 65 and you're not 70 and a half yet, so you don't have to, but you still can
Right.
without a penalty. If they're married, they could take out about $20,000 and pay no tax.
Yeah, and that's what's so cool. A lot of people talk about putting money into Roths because they go, oh, then I don't ever have to pay taxes on it. The truth is, if you just took advantage of the bumper shots that you could make off of your tax law and your standard deduction right now, you'll find that many people can take money out of their RMDs before they need to and whittle that down. So when it's time for the RMD, there might not be a lot of money in there.
Yeah.
You've already got it in another vehicle.
And don't forget, your RMD could make more of your Social Security taxable. So if you start whittling it down, that'll make the answer better when you start paying more tax on your Social
So
Security.
let's take a look. In 2017, your personal exemption is going to be the $4,300, right?
Right.
4,100.
Plus if you're over the age of 70 and a half, plus your over 65
Mm-hmm.
deduction, plus your standard deduction. So it's about 24,000.
For married
Right,
couples.
for married
yep.
couple. So let's say you have no pension and you only have Social Security of maybe $30,000.
Right.
You're not going to pay any taxes at all.
Right.
So that means that until you get to $24,000 in taxable income, you have zero tax liability. If you just say, well, you know what? I'm going to go and take money out of my IRA,
Right.
and it's not going to be taxable anyway, even though I don't have to. And then I'm going to take that money and put it in a new vehicle, which I will pay
Or-
taxes as I earn it.
Or tax plan. What if you're a husband and wife and unfortunately your wife passed away and so this year you get to file married filing joint but next year you don't. So take more money out of your IRA this year because you get to take the advantage of married filing joint whereas next year you won't get to.
And that's the point. You want to tax plan.
Right.
So if somebody took $15,000 out of their IRA, even with their Social Security, they're going to pay zero taxes.
That's right.
So think about this. If you're 62, let's say, and you start taking $15,000 out 8 years in advance, you've taken out $120,000 that isn't going to have to be taken out once you're
That's
70
right.
and a half, and you
Yep.
got the money set aside over here. So you got the benefit for the deduction when you put it in.
Yep.
It grew tax deferred, and you're taking advantage of all those bumper shots that you could do using a pool analogy, and you still aren't going to pay taxes.
And then what if you're a senior and you went to the casino and you won money at gambling? That might be a year where you might not take money
Right.
out. So you really have to plan.
Well, obviously, you don't want to hear something, and that's what's important, as I always tell people, before you make these big monumental decisions, make sure you sit down with somebody and stay abreast. Just because it was true 2 years ago, you know how they changed the
Yeah.
tax law, may not be true 2 years later.
And the change in the tax provision is you can't deduct gambling losses. Is that right?
That would be, because that's a miscellaneous itemized deduction, so
Right.
who knows how that's all gonna shake out
Right.
in the,
Stay
when
tuned.
they finally write the regs.
Right,
But
right.
that would be another horrible thing.
Really
I know it's
horrible thing.
miscellaneous itemized deductions, so subject to 2% are eliminated.
Right, right.
So, but,
Which really
but,
affects
but
seniors.
here's the thing, if you are somebody age 70 and a half and you don't need the money, you must take the money out of your RMD, required
right.
minimum distribution, or be subject to a 50%
No.
penalty. If you don't need the money and you still don't have any tax liability, put the money into another vehicle.
Now, like most penalties with the IRS, there are
I
exceptions
was just
to the
gonna
rule.
talk about that.
So,
yeah.
like, maybe you contacted your financial person and said, hey, Bob, here's the forms, I want to take my money out, and he lost the paperwork. You could get the penalty
Or if
waived.
somebody was
You went
sick.
into the hospital, and in November, and you didn't come out till January. That's an
So
exception.
you
to
missed
penalty.
the
You missed
the
the
due date,
deadline,
right?
right.
So you can fill out an exception to penalty form on the 5329 page
Page
2.
two, yep.
And you ask to have the penalty waived. Now, have you ever seen the penalty not waived?
No, never.
Once.
It's always waived.
I've never seen the penalty not waived.
It's always
Why would
waived.
did they
It
not?
was something, it was like 4 years in a row, and it
Oh,
was
so they
something.
were
yeah,
Taking
they were-
habitual.
Right,
Taking advantage.
right.
Okay, but that's the important thing, is that just because, the interesting thing about tax law, for every law, there seems to be 7 exceptions.
Yeah.
So just because it's a law doesn't mean that if you don't have a good excuse, that there isn't something in the law that'll help you to get out from under it. But
Right.
don't ignore the RMD requirement without a good excuse.
Don't forget, the first year you're required to take your RMD. You can wait until the
Oh,
preceding
and
year.
that's a great point.
Until April
So
1st
at
of the
years,
preceding
in the year you turn 70 and a half, you have to do the required minimum distribution, except they will allow you to wait up till April the 1st of that same year because of the due date of the return, and take it out before April the 1st and again before December the 31st.
Right, so that would mean
you
that
double
double dip.
So if, in effect, you're gonna wait till you're 71 before
Right.
you
Which
double.
maybe you may want to do it because you're still working,
Right,
and you're not
and
going to be
you're-
I was
working
going
the
to
following
say, why
year,
would you
higher
want to
income.
do that?
That's
right?
exactly
That's
right.
exactly-
Or you know that your income is especially
That's right.
high in that first year,
Right.
and you might want to fend it off to the next year. But you can
Plan.
make that election if you want. Again, you take that first distribution before April the 1st in the year you turn 70 and a half, and again before December the 31st. And the distribution's based upon the fair market
And we
value
have-
as of December 31st.
We have the chart at the office if you need to find out how much your RMD is. You can
Right.
call us.
I'm Esther Golias, the tax lady from EG Tax. We're talking taxes, and we're going to take a short break and be back with your question on the other side.
I'm attorney Dennis Kitchen. Now is a good time to look at your finances and your debts. How much debt do you have right now? If you don't know, or if you don't want to know, it may be too much. Isn't it time that you talk to an attorney about a fresh start? I've been helping many people in debt over the years, and I don't charge for an initial consultation about debts. Call for a free consultation. I'm Dennis Kitchen, and I'd like to help.
Hi, this is Tiffany Fabian, and let me tell you how great it is to have an insurance agent like Nationwide's Ryan Ferraro. Ryan's 17 plus years of experience saved me money on my premium and potential claims. Have an insurance question, problem, or crisis? Ryan will work with you personally without calling an overseas customer service number. All I can say is whenever I need someone on my side, I'm glad to have Nationwide's Ryan Ferraro. For all your insurance needs, call Ryan Ferraro at 688-2199. Again, 688-2199.
Wagner Mechanical Air is a multi-service company. We're a commercial refrigeration and HVAC company. We service and install residential and commercial heating and cooling systems. We service and install for restaurants and hotels walk-in freezers, coolers, ice machines, prep tables, and beer wine coolers, just to name a few. Ice Machine Lease is now available as well. Includes all service calls and cleanings of ice machines. If interested in Ice Machine Lease or our other services, please call our offices today.
At Neutrino Auto, we have what your car needs. We provide car care and maintenance service like no other. All of our service technicians are ASC certified, so you know your car is in excellent hands. Parts, parts, parts! And yes, did we mention we have more parts? And we even service and have parts for tractors. Cars, we sell them too. Here at Neutrino Auto, we have everything that you need to hit the pavement today. Call us today. Neutrino Auto, quality service since 1927.
Hi, I'm Esther Galias, the Tax Lady. This is Ask the Tax Lady, and we're lucky enough to have our roving reporter in the street, Dominic Taverna, and he's got another question.
And we're back here. I have more questions for you, Esther. And what's your name?
Samantha. Selena.
And what is your question to
I
Esther?
just want to know, we started a cash business last summer, and I just want to know, how does anybody know?
Esther, what do you think?
If you have a cash business and you think that you're going to skate by and not claim it, everything's fine until they find out. And believe me, I've seen in our business people that thought that they were skinning a cat and they ended up getting their own skin skinned. So paying taxes on money that you're getting on the side is the law, and obviously we're a country of laws. You remember, all the income that you get is taxable, but all the expenses to produce the income are deductible. So when you have maybe a small business, let's say your landscaping business, and it's all cash, and you make $8,000 doing lawns, you get to deduct the cost of the lawnmowers, the travel to go to the clients' houses, the repairs, the maintenance, the insurance, and
Supplies, office supplies, office and
everything,
home.
advertising, business cards, everything to
phone.
make. So then on your bottom line is all you pay taxes on. All right?
Yep. And then don't forget, people have eyes. The radio show the other day, we had a caller text in and she said, I know somebody who's committing fraud. Where do I call the IRS to let somebody know? And there's a form that you can fax in or email in to the IRS to let somebody know you're committing fraud.
And to kind of harken back to the problems that some gentlemen are having with sexual misconduct. Nobody thought they were going to get in trouble, right? Until somebody blew the whistle. Let's just say that you have the landscaping business and maybe you got another guy that you're paying under the table and he gets hurt. And then he calls New York State and he says, gee, I'd like unemployment. And they say, who are you working for? And he says, well, I'm working for Mr. Cheatham. And they say, well, we're going to go visit Mr. Cheatham because that's a problem. So you have to really say to yourself, is it worth, I mean, obviously it's against the law, but is it worth to risk all your assets and your livelihood in order to cheat?
Well, not to mention just unemployment. But if he got hurt and he went to the emergency room, then you're getting work, and they say, what were you doing? I was working. Who do you work for? Howie Cheatham. The hospital's filling out a workman's claim form.
Right.
Workman's comp is now waiting for another report to come from Mr. Cheatham, and if it doesn't come in, it opens up an investigation, and that penalty, what is it? It's like...
Well, and plus you don't have the workers' comp. I mean, all the penalties will ruin your life.
Yep.
And sales tax.
So that's the whole thing.
And then going back to what you were saying, there's so many expenses that you can eat away the income that you cost to incur to make the money.
Well,
There's
let's just
so
go
many
back to the landscaper guy, the $8,000. Let's say his expenses are $6,000.
Right.
So he's got $2,000 left on the bottom line. So in the 10% bracket with his Social Security, he's going to end up paying $500 in taxes.
Right.
So you have to say to yourself, gee, is it worth ruining my life for $500?
Right.
I don't think so. Not to mention how he could start setting up an SEP. He could put money aside.
He's paying money into Social Security.
So he can start putting money away into a pension plan. There's all kinds of things that this guy can do besides working under the table.
And then I have to say, the lawn guy, the landscaping guy, he should use our app to take pictures of all of his receipts and his expenses and his bookkeeping. I mean, it's just really important.
Absolutely. I can think of a company that was in town here that had a large number of employees that they were letting them get their spiff income without reporting it. And it was a lot of money. And when the clients would come into us and we'd say, do you have any other source of income? And they would say, well, I have this income, but nobody's claiming it. And we claimed it. What was so wonderful, one day, 2 or 3 years later, in walks 2 guys, revenuers, with their trench coats, flashed their badges. They wanted copies of the tax returns that we had done correctly. But there were lots of employees that had done them incorrectly, and our clients were so happy because they did it the right way. Because if you get caught, it is not worth it. It can absolutely ruin the little financial picture that you've been painting, can be completely obliterated by cheating. There are people that I talk to that'll say to me that they want me to do their tax return on. They'll say that, but I'm not claiming this income. Well, then I'm not doing the tax return.
I mean, I gotta say, because I go on audits, you know, one of the things, say you have a married couple, the wife works and the husband doing the under the table income. Okay, the IRS is gonna look at the whole picture. And that's what people don't understand. If you're showing $40,000 worth of income and you're living on, like, you have $80,000,
Your mortgage.
the
your
IRS
insurance,
is going to come in and say,
car
guess
payments."
what? We think you have other income. We're going to add $100,000
Wow.
to your tax return.
Right.
And it's up to you now to prove
it.
otherwise.
That's not true. That's correct.
I mean, so they look at your house, they look at all your living
Cars,
expenses, your car expenses,
utilities.
and they're going to say, you're spending more money than you're making. How?
Right, that's absolutely true. And I guess the bottom line is you have to say to yourself, is this what I want to do? Do I want to look over my shoulder? Do I really want to keep my money in a tin can in the backyard? Or would I like to have assets? Would I like to have a pension plan? Not to mention how when you aren't claiming all your income, when you go to get a mortgage, you haven't been claiming the income. And if you're working for somebody who's not deducting it, that person that's not deducting it is paying your part of the taxes. They don't even realize that.
And then how about if you are somebody who has the landscaping business, if you tell people when to come, when to go, when they should leave, when they should take their break, you should be paying them as a W-2 person, not a 1099.
You mean so you're doing more problems than
Right.
just working under the table.
Exactly.
You now have you're not paying your sales taxes.
That's right.
You have employees and employee benefits and employee laws that you are skirting.
That's
so
right.
all the way around you end up with a big problem. So do we think it's a good thing? Not at all.
Declare
and we
it
think
and
really
declare it
it
correctly.
and walk into the sunshine.
What were you going
right?
to say, Mr.
I was
Fabian?
going to say, I know fast bartering. You know, this landscaper. Esther, I'll do your landscaping if you do my taxes for free.
That's income
That's
and income.
income and
That's
income,
right.
yep.
I'm Esther Golias, the tax lady from EG Tax. We just thank you so much for watching Ask the Tax Lady on every week. And if you want to join us on Saturdays
our wrap-up
on
in a second.
WBEN from 3 to 4, you can be part of the live phone-in show.
And we'll be right back with
We'll
our
be
wrap-up.
right back with on the other side.
I'm attorney Dennis Kitchen. Now is a good time to look at your finances and your debts. How much debt do you have right now? If you don't know, or if you don't want to know, it may be too much. Isn't it time that you talk to an attorney about a fresh start? I've been helping many people in debt over the years, and I don't charge for an initial consultation about debts. Call for a free consultation. I'm Dennis Kitchen, and I'd like to help.
Hi, this is Tiffany Fabian, and let me tell you how great it is to have an insurance agent like Nationwide's Ryan Ferraro. Ryan's 17 plus years of experience saved me money on my premium and potential claims. Have an insurance question, problem, or crisis? Ryan will work with you personally without calling an overseas customer service number. All I can say is whenever I need someone on my side, I'm glad to have Nationwide's Ryan Ferraro. For all your insurance needs, call Ryan Ferraro at 688-2199. Again, 688-2199.
Wagner Mechanical Air is a multi-service company. We're a commercial refrigeration and HVAC company. We service and install residential and commercial heating and cooling systems. We service and install for restaurants and hotels walk-in freezers, coolers, ice machines, prep tables, and beer wine coolers, just to name a few. Ice Machine Lease is now available as well. Includes all service calls and cleanings of ice machines. If interested in Ice Machine Lease or our other services, please call our offices today.
At Neutrino Auto, we have what your car needs. We provide car care and maintenance service like no other. All of our service technicians are ASC certified, so you know your car is in excellent hands. Parts, parts, parts! And yes, did we mention we have more parts? And we even service and have parts for tractors. Cars, we sell them too. Here at Neutrino Auto, we have everything that you need to hit the pavement today. Call us today. Neutrino Auto, quality service since 1927.
Hi, I'm Esther Goliath, the Tax Lady. We want to thank you for watching Ask the Tax Lady. We'd like to invite you to join us on Saturdays from 3 to 4 on WBEN, and next week on Ask the Tax Lady, where we have our live roving reporter out and about asking questions, having you answered questions that you have. I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but
I can tell you that Dominic had two good questions today. One was about the required minimum distribution. So somebody turning 70 and a half and them saying, do I have to take the money because I don't need it? But the truth is they'd be subject to a 50% penalty. And then Dominic also had somebody ask a good question about
cash
basis, right?
Yeah. You have to.
We're not even cash basis, under the table income,
which
right?
are really two really important questions.
But of course, with the 2017 tax laws being still in effect through tax deadline in April, and 2018 coming into effect, you want to make sure that you call EG Tax if you have any questions. You can go on our website. We got all the scoop on the change and what's going on this year. The bottom line is, if you have questions, we have 33 area offices to help you. We're open 9 to 9, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. We have 3 mall offices open during regular mall hours on Sunday, the Boulevard, McKinley, and the Fashion Outlet
in Niagara Falls.
And EG Tax is here to help you. Our fees are extremely reasonable. On average, our fees are over $100 less than our competition. And if you're somebody that needed to have the fees withdrawn from your tax prep, we can do that too. There's no money needed for us to file your tax return because we offer what is that called?
A fee advance.
The fee.
$2,500
refund advance.
Refund advance.
Thank you. I knew it was easy advance. You know, every
Not
name.
so easy to say, but easy.
That's right. So until next week, if you need any tax questions answered, you can go to our website at egtax.com. You can type in your question, and I'll make sure I answer it right away. You can download our app. We have a wonderful app, and you get it at
the Google Play or the App Store.
And if you need help getting health insurance, if you've turned 65, you know somebody who's turned 65, we can help you get your Medicare supplement, which is really important. And we are your local hometown tax team. And
that's exactly right. The other thing is, during the week, if you haven't been getting if your refund's been slow coming in and you need help, if you're getting letters from the IRS, call EG Tax. Even if we haven't prepared your return, we will help you with the IRS and state of New York. Don't think you're out there alone. And if you've used tax software, we'll still help you. I'm Esther Goliath, the Tax Lady from EG Tax. I'll see you next week. Ever order anything online and get so excited until it comes in? But then you realize it's the wrong size, the wrong color, or not even what you ordered. Well, doing your taxes with online software could give you the same result, but instead of dealing with customer service, you have to deal with the IRS. Don't let this happen to you. Let EG Tax deliver the most affordable and accurate tax return for you this year. Come join our family.
EG Tax.